most profound lessons I've learned was the lesson of principle-based thinking rather than blind emulation. Now, principle-based thinking is about digging deep and deconstructing whatever topic it is by applying critical thinking, following similar people and searching for the similarities rather than differences between what they do. So here's an example I give my students when I teach programming and periodization. I ask them, like, if you need to teach a Kalahari desert resident or like Innuit from a far Arctic pole, what will you tell them they need to make an omelet, okay, or eggs, like whatever? And they begin to go for, like, you need a frying pan, you need an oil, you need a silicone spoon, you need salt, and you need pepper, like you need obviously eggs, etc., etc. Said, okay, so these are like the tools that Inuit or Kalahari Desert resident native may not possess. So are we going into the sales pitch, like door to door? Hey, if you need and you want to eat eggs, buy these special frying pans, etc. Or is there another way? Because both Kalahari native and Inuit have, like, they know how to create fire. So they begin to the thinking process, and eventually we strip it down to a very simple thing. In order, like again, a principle based to make an omelet or scramble eggs, you need a source of fire, you need some container, and you need eggs. Now, this is the raw and the basic principle to make a scrambled eggs. That's it. Now, both Inuit or Kalahari resident, native, they know what sources of fire are available for them. They know what are their containers are instead of and what is available to them within, like, the things they have and within their environment. And this is an open source based thinking, because the moment I give a principle, they are open to explore and to do stuff. The moment I give them this rigid, okay, you must have a frying pan, you must have this olive because it's super healthy oil or whatever, I close their thinking. They have no choice, no other option. They won't even think, okay, most of them, in the terms of, wait a second, like, but I have these and these alternatives, okay? And they will be doomed to consume and to buy from me the frying pans, the olive oils, the scoops, whatever, to prepare something they could have done with what they have, and probably not as bad as I'm suggesting. So welcome to the marketing, okay? Open versus closed based thinking. Like, to my opinion, is very similar to what Android and Apple, and both are right in their way, doing. And I'm an Android person because I don't like when I am forced to use these and these frameworks only because they work, even if they're best. Okay? But if you look at it marketing wise, okay, this is how we are prone to think, because it's very easy to sell and lead merely since there are no other options, at least in our minds. Now, when we return to the principle-based thinking, we suddenly have an infinite universe of possibilities, because it's not wake up at 5, okay, this 5 a.m. club or whatever, like bullshit there is, or meditate or whatever, because these are tools like frying pans and olive oils and silicone scopes. Okay? No. What is the principle? Is wake up early. All right. Early, it might be 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I don't know. Start your day quietly, or start your day with no external interruptions. Boom. I don't have to meditate. Okay, you see the difference? Like, don't sell me the meditation tool. Let me choose how to start my day quietly. I might take my dog out or just go for a run with no music. But it is something that I'm going to arrive, and this is going to be organically correct for me, etc., etc., etc. And back to training, it works the same. So instead of copying blindly the technique, because when you're copying somebody else's technique, you're probably copying somebody else's musculature imbalances, previous injuries, etc. All right, because his technique or her technique, they are correct to them, regardless of how many world championship medals they have. It's irrelevant. But if you're looking in the like principle wise, okay, and you see different athletes, like let's say in kettlebell sport, you'll see everybody, okay, say in snatch, you need to find a way to lower the bell when you drop, okay? After fixation, you need to drop the bell. Every athlete says, like, find a way to get the bell a little bit lower and drop it close to your body. Now, this is a principle. And then each of them begin to train, okay, and to coach what works for them. And this is the frying pan and the silicone scoop. All right, so the moment that you understand, you're saying, okay, how can I do it? Now, obviously, we watch other trainers, but instead of you must lean backward, bend your knees, etc., it may be some hybrid variation of it. If in long cycle, okay, the principal structure is always you need to do some kind of longer intervals like sets, and then you need to have a long sets with your bells, and you must train in a tempo higher than your target tempo in order to create this specific endurance, right? This is the principles, right? And within these principles, we can find our own way. So if we take this, again, principle-based thinking out of training sessions, and we can take it to the family, okay, like, you know, all the long time families, they say we have our like weekly date, which is sacred, and we have at least one dinner. Now, this is a principle, okay? Family time, a personal time, great. Now, you can implement those principles whatever you like. Same in business. I create, I don't know, like 6 social media items per week. Or, okay, you need to I don't know, like follow or reply to people, whatever. So these are principles, but not blind emulation. Like, okay, oh, Coach Michael posted a triathlon set and he does a steel maze 360s, and boom, now I'm going to do almost the same video and do whatever Coach Mike does. Although it's flattering and it's nice, but it's something that I do that is right for me, not necessarily right for you. But if you follow my principles, then if you wish to, you may arrive to the point where I am now. So here you go. Think about principle thinking, how to make an omelet, how to create the life you want, and the results you are after in your own personal journey. Take care, and I'll be seeing you in the episode 77.